Hello again, this is Preheat. Welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. So today we got to test Volcoross, which seems to be probably the third boss in the new raid, Amirdrassil. This is a giant flame worm. You'll notice its tail here, huge tail, comes slamming down. It's got a big shadow underneath it. Looks a little phallic. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of funny jokes about the tail coming out soon. But yeah, pretty straightforward fight, pretty easy. The tuning seemed lax like many of the other bosses we've tested so far. I'm sure that they're going to turn this boss up once they give it a good shot here. But you'll notice I am playing Devastation to start off with. I actually do a couple pulls as augmentation as well. We got this boss to like 0.0% 3 different times, which I'll include all 3 in the VOD here. So if you want to watch either POV, you're covered. But as the fight begins, you have the Serpent's Fury. Basically, this is just a healer thing. They just have to heal you through the damage taken. And then everyone's going to get these circles. They get smaller as time goes on. And then the tail, you see this giant shadow appearing. You got to dodge that tail there. It's going to have some lava waves that come out too. So you'll notice that right here, whenever this circle goes away, it does jump to someone else. It doesn't seem to always go to the closest person, although that happens a lot. So I can't say that it's like guaranteed, but it definitely seems pretty likely. You'll notice also that there's swirlies on the ground that you need to dodge. But yeah, the fight's pretty straightforward. I will say it gets a little interesting here coming up. So you're going to notice, obviously we have another tail spawning here, but you're going to notice later on there's going to be 2 giant circles that we need to soak. Each one of those has to have 4 players in them or else you wipe. The whole room will basically get covered in fire if you don't soak both circles. And the boss is going to be placing those circles further out every time so that basically the raid starts together and then you're going to be splitting up and then you'll meet back on the other side of the circle in the end. So yeah, boss is reaching 100 energy here. You're going to notice these circles spawning very soon. So here we go. So you just stand in your circle, right? Each one, like I said, you just need 4 people in the circle. You're going to take some damage there. It's split between those players, and now you're split, right? So the other side of the raid over here, the top right, this is where everyone else is. You're over here. One thing that's kind of nice about the split here is if you set it up correctly, you could have all the augmentations on one side with 3 DPS, and then you could just like let your prescience just auto go. And you wouldn't really have to worry too much about it like going on the correct people just because it would always prioritize DPS. So that's actually kind of nice. You wouldn't have to worry about min-maxing prescience if you play it that way. But yeah, aside from that, you just kind of like DPS the boss. There's not really much that happens here. Like I was mentioning before, the fight was just very undertuned. Like it didn't really seem like damage was really a problem at all during this. Yeah, I do like the shadow from the tail though. Like whenever this tail comes out, I think it's pretty funny that you get this giant shadow. But I love this indicator. It's very obvious where the tail is. And obviously these lava waves, you don't want to take those. If you get hit by one of those, it may not kill you, but it'll probably take you down to like 30% or so. I did test it in the testing. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, basically you're going to be out here on your own until the boss reaches 100 energy here. So you're going to notice as the boss reaches 100, I'm going to be making my way over here to where the lava is. And the reason why is because I need to get in this circle, right? Like we were talking about before, you got to soak this thing. So you soak the circle, go ahead and tip the scales on the fire right there. So we could get it while we were midair. And yeah, we're just going to keep getting pushed further and further away. You'll notice that the raid is very split right now, right? We're like literally as far away as we could possibly be. But that's fine. The boss's health, I mean, it's getting melted, right? So I think if this fight was tuned properly, you'd probably end up meeting here in the middle. And then having like the last one that you'd soak together. And then, as you're soaking that thing, you're going to eventually wipe. And we actually did this boss all the way until it's enraged. Like we saw the entire fight just by not dealing damage to it, one of the pulls. I will include just the clip from the very end so you can see it after this kill here. But yeah, I mean, it's nothing too crazy, right? Like you can probably guess the next circle is going to spawn right here, right? After this tail, the boss reaches 100 energy, and then same for the other side. And then you're going to have 2 last ones there. So I think in total it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets. I'm not exactly sure how many. I might have to check logs, but it's just whenever the boss reaches 100 energy. But I'm estimating that the enrage on this fight will probably be around like 4 minutes 30, 4 minutes 50, something in that range. That's about where the room is just like completely out of space and lava is everywhere. You could probably like bunker down though and press some defensives and live a little longer. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm saying this fight probably ends. But yeah, so we end up killing the boss this pull. This was our last one. Like I said, I'm going to be including the POVs from before we got this kill because I want you to be able to see when we tested with like the enrage. Also, I want you to be able to see me playing augmentation. I feel like this is a good point to mention. So I probably said this before in other videos, but augmentation on the PTR is currently bugged. the damage is not being attributed properly. So what you're seeing in logs on PTR is probably around 33% of what augmentation should be doing. It varies depending on which class you're buffing, but a lot of the classes, for some reason, the combat hooks just like aren't working properly. Not really sure why that is. But hopefully it gets resolved soon. But you'll notice the augmentation damage is still seems kind of competitive, but once you add in the damage that they're missing, the damage that other players are basically stealing, right? That's why some players seem to be doing so much damage. Then you notice that augmentation is kind of just like leagues ahead of every other DPS, which is what I've been complaining about. Seems really, really overpowered. But yeah, so this is a clip of where we reached the enrage. So you'll notice this. We're at 4 minutes, 18 seconds into the fight. The whole room has become lava, and the only space left are these 2 big circles. And so what's going to happen is you're going to soak these last 2, or maybe you just like let them go, but I assume you probably soak them. And then you probably stack here, and it's just a race to the finish, right? Because you're not going to have very much time until the entire room becomes lava. These things are going to expand, right? You see that? So you basically run out of room. There is kind of a safe space back here, though, which is interesting. I tried to get to it in time, and I died during this Serpent's Wrath. But yeah, basically here, the boss is just going to keep doing Serpent's Wrath until you wipe. You'll notice here this little damage increase. It's just going to keep going up and up and up until it's over. But like I mentioned, I am including augmentation here. So if you want to see me play aug, this is going to be one of our pulls where I played aug. We did 2 pulls where we wiped at like 0.1% just to see as far into the fight as possible. So enjoy that. Definitely seems like aug is going to be really nice on this fight, simply because you can, you know, break up the raid and not have to worry about prescience being manually done. So I guess it's got that going for it, right? But anyways, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and hopefully I see you in the next one. I'm going to let the VOD play out now. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Wes, why are you on a horse?
No.
Yo, turn off the mic, bro.
Oh my god.
Are you in a laundry room or something?
He's on bus, man. Look at the discussion.
Spicy deluxe, man.
Oh.
Purple with a dick. I mean, still.
Yeah, we
I
did.
wonder if we're supposed to taunt them.
I wasn't listening.
cool.
Am I going left?
Yeah, you're going left, man. 1 and 2 left, 3 and 4 right. Alright, soak. And get knocked in the direction you want to go.
I don't even know who the fuck to...
Okay, we were
I'm just going to throw on the
people
Demon
left
Hunter, I
that
guess.
shouldn't
I think the important one is the healer, the monk. Right.
be. Yeah. We could...
You start swimming
It's okay,
across,
it's
I can
okay.
rescue you.
This should be fine. You guys just have a few... not very many people on that side, but that you have enough to soak still. It's just gonna hurt.
Okay. And count.
That was my bad.
I think I have 9 stacks, so if it's going to
Yeah,
touch
I'll
jaws,
hold
you...
and
Yeah.
I'll hold until the jaws.
Okay.
Okay, so.
What's that so far
All
away
right,
from
nice,
us?
Nice work. And then we just keep doing this until pause dies. All right.
Woohoo!
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it misses some things.
Yeah,
I think they did, yeah.
Does it look like anyone else? Like there's a big schlong appearing behind you and you have to dodge it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Fucking
that's what I've been thinking.
Chill runs down my spine when that
Come
thing
on, man.
pops up,
Nobody
dude.
else is thinking that.
Okay.
Oh!
Grow up.
Because it looks like a Phoenix.
Okay, do you guys want to kill it or go again? What's
Go
the vibe
again.
for today?
Yeah, go again.
Go
You
again.
can
All
try
right.
some stuff, yeah.
They didn't add a boss winning deck, right? This is only one
This is it.
today.
This, yep.
Yeah.
Exciting times.
This is.
Wait, there is
Back to work.
Stack up and die.
They took that off
Damn.
the schedule.
Wouldn't even die.
Deleted it.
Oh. Didn't even break my dark pack, man.
Yeah, that's not fair.
You proc my trinket, actually. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, no problem, bestie.
Well, the first one is really, really.
You okay,
but-
Dranos?
Damn.
It's like 3 seconds in a boss.
Yeah, I have 3 stacks. 150%.
We should pretend it's.
Okay, I'm gonna try and taunt now, and we'll see if it resets by the time it gets back to you. I might die due to this, but okay, nice.
Oh, Ronnie, I'm gonna save you.
Thank you.
It's too late.
Wait, what's my trinket? Oh, there it
I
is.
seen that time.
It's a different keybind on here. I wonder.
Once it's this small, you just see.
So?
I hate when my melee is too far to buff.
How much damage does the soak do on it? Do you need like multiple people or just one?
I think it's just 4 or more, or one shots you.
So like it's like these.
I think so, yeah.
Put this in Kalamazi.
You can split your stacks with Evangelist though. Can you mitigate some with AMS?
AMS doesn't prevent the application.
Okay, so.
But it
Watch out, I'm breathing towards you.
The stacks don't really hurt me too much with DK. It's just the jaws. Taunt.
Yeah, that just.
Alright, so.
What number of boss is this?
Third
Very fucking early.
on the dungeon journal.
Okay, makes sense.
Oh.
Curse is like,
Boss is dead.
Yeah, do you guys wanna stop damage and go again, or do you wanna kill it? How are we feeling? Is there more to learn?
Just one more, but just one more.
Alright, die.
oh, die.
Die.
The dogs are killing it. The dogs are killing it.